I'm Lorraine and welcome to my channel. Welcome to today's Collective Tarot Love reading. I have your cards ready. I am going to deep dive and explain in detail by way of the cards what's going on with both you and your person. Now this is a roundabout reading. This is a bit of an in and out reading here, Collective. So let's go. Your crowning card today is the Hanged Man card. The Hanged Man card pertains to both you and your person. What the Hanged Man card is about here, Collective, is the waiting game. The waiting game is the sacrifice. Now the sacrifice here for both you and your person is, are you going to make changes? Are you going to end out your past cycle, your past program, to have a new cycle with me? I am not going to make changes. I am not going to make the sacrifice here until you do. The Hanged Man card. The tree that both you and your person are hanging in here, Collective, is heartbreak. Now, before I carry on, Collective, I'd just like to say I offer counselling, mentorship, advice, programs, and tarot readings. If you're interested, all details are in the description box below this video. I am not just a tarot reader. So let's carry on. You're coming in with the Four of Swords. Now what the Four of Swords is talking about here, Collective, is that in the past, both you and your person, the perception here, Collective, was to carry on the way in which you were doing things here. No sacrifice was made. No changes were made here, Collective. What it says here in your reading is that the both of yous here hoped, the both of yous wanted each other to end the cycle first, to end out this past cycle, this past program here, Collective. This is what it's talking about. Yeah, of course, you both saw each other. You saw each other as the sun. You saw each other as happiness here, Collective. But what it also talks about here, Collective, is that you both had expectations here that the other one was going to come first. This is what it's saying. Your person, for them, they wanted to be priority. And it was the same for you in terms of this heartbreak. But what it also talks about here, Collective, is that there was a program, there was a past way of thinking in terms of tradition and religion here, Collective. And that is what you both wanted to hold on to. So there was a difference here, Collective. There was a difference with your past programming here, and there was a difference between your person's past programming here, Collective. And so, like I said, in terms of these expectations, you both expected each other here to end out their past program, their past tradition and religion here, Collective, and go towards the other person. This is what it's talking about here in your reading. And the waiting game. So the both of yous were waiting here, okay, for the other person to make the move is what it talks about here. Now that you're coming in, Collective, with the truth here in your reading, coming in with the Four of Swords, for both you and your person, you now realize here is that the actual sacrifice here, collective, was to walk away from this past program, was to walk away from tradition and religion, how things have always been. Because now you're coming in with the Four of Swords. And the Four of Swords is actually a positive card here, collective, because what it talks about there in terms of both you and your person, you went through your own hurt, pain, and fear. This is what it talks about. You got to the bottom of, you worked through the Three of Swords, is what it's saying. And the Three of Swords, like I said here, collective, was actually the tree that both you and your person were in. Which does talk about pain, hurt, and fear, but also here, collective, neglect, abandonment, and rejection. Which is why you both waited, which is why you both expected each other to make the sacrifice here. First is what it talks about. Let's keep going. Now you're coming in with the Eight of Wands. And so what the Eight of Wands is talking about here, collective, is that even though you've been in this waiting game, especially for your person, their emotions have changed here. Yeah, it's their understanding here, collective. See, in the past, for your person, what it talks about there, collective, is that this past pain, hurt, and fear, here, look, the sacrifice here for your person was too big for them to overcome. And what it talks about there also is that neglect, rejection here, collective, the rejection here for your person, if you had have known here the truth about their foundation, the truth about their programming here, collective, your person was thinking here, that was their perception, that you were going to reject them. Which is why they stayed in that tree of heartbreak here, collective. But what it talks about, and I spoke about that program, that tradition here, collective, is that was that tree of heartbreak that your person was in. They had been in that for a very, very long time. And so what it talks about there, collective, is that your person, it can come in as freedom here because they felt trapped by fear here, collective. So in their own mind, in terms of their perception here, collective, they didn't have the freedom to make the move. This is what it talks about. Now, even though they've been in this tree, and I spoke about the Four of Swords, and this is really positive for both you and your person, is what it's talking about here in your reading, is that it's creating a shift in your person. This is what it talks about. So now the tree that your person, yeah, it is heartbreak, but I do seem to think your person is trapped in fear here, collective, because their emotions here, collective. Your person is starting to love themselves here, collective, but more importantly, your person is beginning to fall in love with you. Here in your reading, the Eight of Wands. See, by going through the Four of Swords here, collective, the Three of Swords, and ending that out for your person here, now that they know the truth about the Three of Swords, and how it's impacted on your person's life here, collective. This is why they're coming in with that shift here. So your person was quite analytical here in your reading. Your person was quite critical. It's like critical theory. They always had to pull things apart is what I'm getting, for them to understand certain things here, especially when it came to their emotions here, collective. And so, like I said, they had their own perception about their heartbreak here and what heartbreak felt like, looked like here, collective. And like I said, they were trapped in that fear of rejection, abandonment, and neglect. But because they've worked on that, especially when you're coming in with the Four of Swords, it's created that shift in your person. The Eight of Wands here in your reading. And so what it's also talking about here, collective, for your person, yeah, it was definitely about themselves here, collective. How to love oneself here. All right, let's keep going. Now you're coming in with the Page of Wands here. And so what the Page of Wands is talking about here, collective, is your person just needs one more push. One more push here, okay, because they have to take some kind of, they have to take the correct action here in your reading. They have to, it's like making that conscious effort now that they've gone through what they've gone through in terms of their past here, collective. Now that their feelings have shifted here, collective, it's like shifted into love for your person. Now they have to come in with it. This is about wisdom for your person. Because like I said, they've been in that tree of heartbreak for a very long time. And so they've always been trapped in that fear of rejection, here, collective, abandonment and neglect. And of course, they feared that when it came to you. Yeah, of course, there was that waiting game. Who was going to make the sacrifice here? And of course, it was awkward for the both of you. But what this is talking about here, collective, because your person's emotions have changed for you here, they have to make that conscious effort, and that conscious effort here, collective, is an action. It's like following it through. Yeah, of course, it's a page, but what it talks about here, collective, is that your person, they definitely want to reach out here. But for them, what it talks about here in terms of the Page of Wands, collective, it's about what are they going to say? How are they going to message you? What are they going to put in the message? It's coming in like that here, collective, to show you, the viewer, that your person here has made that sacrifice here. Remember here, collective, the sacrifice was for them to end out a past program. Come away from that outdated belief system of tradition and religion. It can also talk about here, collective, coming away from other people telling them what to do, telling them who they are, how to feel, and the actions that they needed to take, which is why your person is coming in as a page here, because for your person, this is new to come in this way. Okay? Yeah, of course you're going to think, oh, a page, but in actual fact, I spoke about why your person is going to come in this way, because this is freedom for your person. Freedom here, it's new. It's new for your person to be able to have that courage, is what it talks about here, that courage and strength, and to actually take that action. Now you're coming in with the Six of Pentacles, and so what the Six of Pentacles is talking about here, collective, is it does talk about an equal match here, but this Six of Pentacles is actually talking about what happened in that Three of Swords here. That was the match here, collective. What I'm getting here in your reading is that if your person dated other people, you dated other people. It's kind of coming in like that. If your person said something, then you'd say something here. That's what I'm getting with the Six of Pentacles here in your reading. It's that kind of match here, equal give and take. See, what you put out is what you get back here in your reading. And what I'm thinking here, collective, is that the way in which your person made you feel, you put that out there by way of an action here, collective, by way of a thought, communication here. But what this talks about here in terms of the Six of Pentacles, it didn't go out to your person, it came back towards you. And that is the same for your person here. See, what it also tells me here, collective, in terms of the Six of Pentacles, it's like tit for tat. I hope you understand that here, collective. This Six of Pentacles, the way in which you two treated each other in the past, that had the control here in your reading. You know, you may have tried to force your person's hand, and they may have done certain things here too. That's what the Six of Pentacles is talking about here in your reading. It's talking about trying to control the situation here. But, you know, both you and your person, you didn't realize, and I don't know if you knew it at that time, is that you both went through your own heartbreak here. The heartbreak wasn't about you and your person. What it talks about there is that was the trigger and that was the work that needed to be done. All right, collective? The heartbreak, like I said, was neglect, abandonment, and rejection. Yeah, this is how it's saying. Okay, let's keep going. Now, you're coming in with the Knight of Wands here, collective, and this is the past cycle that both you and your person here wanted to end. You had your past cycle in terms of the Knight of Wands. Your person had their own past cycle. Because what it talks about here, collective, is that both you and your person had choices here in your reading. Now, it was this behavior is the best way to say it here, collective. This is what brought in the Tower. Because, like I said, the waiting game, waiting for the other person to end out a past cycle, a past program here, to have a new beginning with each other. Now, what this is talking about here, collective, is that you both didn't do it. Yeah, of course, you had your own reasons here, and what it talks about here, collective, is that you liked this behavior. You liked being like that. You liked... It talks about being popular. It talks about being seen, recognized here, collective. Okay, hanging with the clique, the social scene here. Both you and your person. This is how your reading's coming in. But this way of behaving here, collective, brought in a Tower. And this is what the sacrifice was all about. In your eyes, this is what you saw it as for your person. But like I said here, collective, yeah, of course you're coming in with the Knight of Wands. Yeah, of course you want changes here, collective. But that is not the sacrifice here, collective. It's actually bigger than that. If you are going to end out this kind of behavior here, yeah, of course it can get toxic and patterns and habits, if you've got many options here, collective. Okay. I'm going to carry on. Now you're coming in with the Three of Wands, and so once again, here is the waiting game, waiting for the other person here to create changes. This is both you and your person here in your reading. Okay? Patience. Patience was needed here, collective. The Three of Wands also talks about here waiting for something better to come along. Because in this energy here, collective, what it talks about there is looking outside of yourself to belong, looking outside of yourself to be accepted. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it here, collective, but when you're in that kind of mode here, collective, it's good to start, your self-empowerment, self-love, okay? Self-improvement here. So you can take it to another level, because what may have happened here for you and your person is it just stayed like that, the Knight of Wands. It didn't go to another level, collective. Yeah, love and kindness. You both waited for each other in your own way here, collective. It's like saying both waited for each other to say I was wrong. Both waited for each other to say I made the wrong move here. Okay, that's what I'm getting here in your reading. But what it also talks about here in terms of waiting is that you both didn't want to let it go. You didn't want to let go of that past foundation here, collective. Okay, all right. You're coming in with the High Priestess, and what it talks about here, collective, is that, yeah, you love your person. You've always loved your person. This is what it talks about here. Yeah, you have options, and you know that. There are people around you at this time, okay? I did pick that up in your cards. But for you, it's your person, and it's still the waiting game here. That's what I'm getting. Okay, let's keep going. Now you're coming in with the Four of Pentacles, and what the Four of Pentacles is talking about here, collective, it's actually you, all right? You're coming in as the Four of Pentacles. You haven't let go of your person, but you're still holding back here, okay? Waiting for the change to come in here, collective. Now you're coming in with the Wheel of Fortune here, collective. And so what the Wheel of Fortune is talking about here, well, for both you and your person, if you want this, you have to work really hard at it. Well, you're coming in with ambition. You're coming in with ruthlessness here, collective. Okay, the choice here in your reading is to invest. To invest in oneself now, to take it to another level here, collective, so that this new cycle begins. See, with the Wheel of Fortune, what it can also talk about there, I just want to add here, collective, is actually focusing on what needs to end out. Okay? All right, now you're coming in with the Nine of Pentacles here, collective, and so what it talks about here in your reading is independence, working to create your own independence, your own foundation. All right, both you and your person. This is what it's talking about. Okay, I am going to leave it there. All right, join us in the Facebook group. I'm Not Just a Tarot Reader, and I'll catch you later. Bye.